Good morning, morning, everybody. What is up? It's your friend and pal Seth. My pronouns are he and they. Welcome into your morning inspiración video, your morning inspiration video for today. It is day number 33. I cannot believe it. So, if you are feeling you need just a little bit of a boost this morning, needing just a little bit of motivation, I hope this video serves to do that for you today. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, um, as I had talked about my video for not yesterday, maybe day before. No, it was yes. No, it was the day before. Excuse me, the day before on day 31. What I'm going to be doing is for the month of June, we're going to be doing either videos that are just pretty much me kind of talking about kind of my own life, my own experience, and in addition to that, also going to be doing videos talking about the community of practice that I am involved with and kind of what we're going to be doing in the morning group for that day. So today is Monday, and we have a morning group this morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join our community practice Monday through Friday. Just let me know if you'd like to join. I can send you the link on if you'd like. Send you the link to it. It's on Zoom. But just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a preview as to what we're actually going to be talking about today in the group, and I'm really excited about it. This is going to be a really, really good one. So, for the group, it is from the group Tranquil Voices. And the topic for today is anticipatory anxiety and turning negative into positive. All right. So we have songs as well. So the songs that we're going to be going through today, we're going to be listening to today, are Rise Up by Andra Day and Only Girl in the World by Rihanna. Two awesome songs. And I think both of them also also really have strong messages in them as well. So again, those are really good songs. I love both of them. All right. So what we're going to be talking about today, as I said, we're going to be talking about like anticipatory anxiety, turning negative into positive. A big thing we're going to be talking about is things that we can do for anxiety. We call this kind of self-care for anxiety. And again, these are things that we can actually do in order to help us when we have anxiety. So we're feeling anxious about, certain things coming up or certain things that we're going through right now. It's good to be able to have things as your go-to that you can do in order to kind of help your anxiety, on a daily basis or kind of just in the moment. But we're also going to be talking about what are called anxiety soothers, ways to kind of really soothe our anxiety. So again, there are things that we can do for our anxiety, but then also anxiety soothers, things that we can maybe like think about if we're having like certain thoughts, about a particular situation that we're in. We can kind of use anxiety soothers with challenging the thought, you know, finding a way to kind of make us feel a little bit better in the moment about our anxiety, because again, there's a lot of things that we cannot control, especially when we have anxiety. A lot of anxiety is brought on by events and situations and everything that we don't really have control over. But the thing we do have control over is how we can react now and how we can actually cope ahead. And I know we talked about coping ahead, in other videos and everything, but being able to kind of cope ahead with certain situations and everything is really important and really vital. So with that, we have something called anticipatory anxiety. So what this is the worry or fear that precedes a specific situation or event, and often occurs when we're anticipating something big, like a big presentation or being in a large gathering. That one always gives me anxiety. Or an interview or something that tends to kind of bring us anxiety or bring us those kind of nervousness feelings. So we're going to be talking about ways to kind of lessen anticipatory anxiety and everything. And one thing I really like about this and everything, as I was talking about, coping ahead is something that really helps and can just help to make us feel just a little bit better, about, a situation that we may be going into, right? So as I said, again, we don't really have control over like certain situations that are going to happen in the future, but we do what we can do is figure out ways to kind of cope ahead with it in order to help us to feel a little bit better about it, if that makes sense. Um, and that's something that I try and do on a daily basis. We're also going to be talking about turning negative thoughts into more positive and more constructive ones. With a lot of anxiety comes a lot of those negative thoughts. I know for me that's definitely the case. If that's the case for you, let me know. So we have just negative thoughts that could be brought on by our anxiety right now. Our anxiety about things that happened in the past, maybe feeling certain emotions about things that happened in the past, or things that are going to happen in the future. So we'll have these kind of negative thoughts about it, but we're going to be kind of looking at ways in order to kind of turn those thoughts and have a little bit of a perspective shift on them and making them just a little bit more positive and a lot more constructive. And again, this is to help to kind of really ease anxiety, right? So this is something that I'm actually also doing, and something that I will definitely try and do on a daily basis. I normally wake up every morning with a lot of negative thoughts. So one thing that actually really, really helps me is finding a way to kind of like, I have music that I kind of turn on, that really helps me to kind of quiet down my thoughts a little bit. But it also puts me into a little bit of a more constructive headspace, if you will. You know, so again, that's something that I do to kind of help with a lot of my anxiety and those negative thoughts and everything. So again, this is again just about finding ways to kind of curb anxiety and also turning those negative thoughts into positive and more constructive ones. We're also going to be talking about dealing with difficult emotions mindfully. Now, I talked about mindfulness, and with mindfulness, we have a lot, mindfulness, kind of being something that's in the present moment, but also non-judging. We're not judging our emotions. So again, we're going to be looking at ways to deal with our difficult emotions without judging them, but again, doing it in a very mindful way. This is actually also something that I've really been working on too, and it's something that's really, really been helping me. So I also wanted to include inside of our morning video a quote for today. And the quote for today comes from Roy T. Bennett. And the quote says, "Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create." So I'm going to read it again. Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. So again, we don't have a lot of control over a lot of things like that happen, or if we're very anxious about something, we may not have control over it. But what we can do, as I had said before, is figure out ways to kind of cope ahead and create a situation that brings us a lot less anxiety, because in your mind you know that you're prepared for it, or you can kind of shift your mindset into thinking, okay, I know this is a very anxious situation, but I'm going to bring this with me. I'm going to bring this with me in order to kind of help me to calm down. I know what I'm going to do afterward in order to kind of help soothe me afterwards, or that I actually went through it, a little bit of a gift for myself or celebration to kind of help me out, right? So again, we're creating something, we're designing and creating a situation or a scenario to kind of help us with that anticipatory anxiety or any anxiety we may feel about something, right? So your journal prompt today is to think of a situation or event that is coming up that is bringing you stress or anxiety. What things can you do and or soothe you before that event or presentation or day? So start making a list of things that can kind of help you, as you may be preparing for something that brings you some anxiety or stress. All right. So remember how I said in the video for not yesterday, day before, one of the other things that we're going to be adding to these videos is goals. Okay. So, and I had told you all what my goal was for yesterday. So the question is, did I complete my goal for yesterday? So my goal for yesterday was I have to go to the ATM machine and take out money for my rent. Did I complete that? Yes, I did. I was able to see a friend yesterday. I was able to go to the ATM machine. I was able to take out money for my rent. So now my rent is all ready to be paid. Very, very happy and grateful that I actually got that done. So I ask you, what is your daily goal for today? Because my daily goal for today, I got my goal done for yesterday. My goal for today is I gotta get groceries. It is the beginning of the month, and this baby, me, is low on food. So I got to go get some groceries because I'm really running low on food. Now, how does this contribute to my overall health and wellness? This contributes to my physical wellness. This contributes to my mental, my spiritual, all of that, and my overall health and wellness. Being able to eat, okay? Being able to survive, okay? So that's my goal for today. So, what is your goal for today? Let's kind of keep each other accountable. If you have a goal that you would like to complete for today, let me know down in the comments. Okay, and we'll check in. Maybe we'll check in with each other tomorrow and ask, did you complete your goal? Right? So you will know if I completed my goal for today in the video for tomorrow. So come back tomorrow and find out if I completed my goal for today. All right. So with that being said, I will say don't quit before the miracle happens. Find ways to keep moving forward because you are amazing and you are worth it, my friends. Okay. In addition to that, I will say stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused on your huge, amazing, big dreams and goals. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Make it a fantastic day. And I will see you. I am pointing at you, baby. Yes, you. Look at you and your cute self. I will see you in the morning video for tomorrow.